I read somewhere that one of the main inspirations for Twitter was taxi systems and how they have very short, messages to convey where they are. Is that true?
Yeah, I really missed the boat on creating Uber, but I was huge into dispatch.
Did you know Jack Dorsey originally envisioned Twitter as a tool for dispatching updates to taxis, couriers, and emergency services before it became a global social media phenomenon? In this video, we're uncovering the story of how Jack Dorsey transformed a simple idea into Twitter, the controversies that defined his leadership, and his latest tech ventures that could redefine the digital world. Stay until the end to understand the bold decisions that made Dorsey a tech pioneer, the challenges that reshaped his career, and how his new projects could change the internet as we know it. Jack Dorsey was born on November 19, 1976, in St. Louis, Missouri, into a middle-class family. His father, Tim, worked for a company that developed mass spectrometers, while his mother, Marcia, was a homemaker. From a young age, Dorsey showed an unusual interest in systems and communication. He became fascinated with the intricate workings of dispatch services, particularly how information flowed in real time to coordinate taxi fleets, fire departments, and emergency services. Dorsey attended Bishop DuBourg High School, where he developed an early passion for computers and programming. By age 14, he had taught himself to code and created open-source software for dispatch routing. Some of this software is still used today, reflecting the practical and innovative thinking he displayed even as a teenager. After high school, Dorsey enrolled at the Missouri University of Science and Technology but transferred to New York University, NYU, to pursue a deeper interest in programming and technology. While at NYU, he explored new ways of solving communication problems but left before completing his degree. This decision marked the beginning of his unconventional journey in the tech world. Outside of his academic and technical pursuits, Dorsey had interests that shaped his personal identity. He was drawn to minimalist design, meditation, and the idea of simplicity in both life and technology. These interests would later influence his approach to problem-solving and leadership.
My approach in my life is I've never really had a desire to become an engineer. I never had a desire to become a CEO or start a company or be an entrepreneur. I learned whatever it took to move me to the next step to unblock whatever I wanted to do.
Dorsey's formative years laid the groundwork for his career, rooted in curiosity and an obsession with solving logistical challenges. His early exposure to programming and systems design, combined with a willingness to follow unconventional paths, set the stage for his rise as a tech innovator. Jack Dorsey's journey to entrepreneurship began with his fascination for communication systems. Growing up in St. Louis, Missouri, he was captivated by the dispatch systems used by taxi companies and emergency services. This early interest drove him to teach himself programming at the age of 14, creating software for dispatch routing that is still in use today. His natural inclination for problem-solving and systems design planted the seeds for his future as a tech entrepreneur. During his time at NYU, he began exploring the potential of real-time communication networks. Although he left the university before completing his degree, his decision to drop out marked a turning point. He moved to Oakland, California, where he pursued opportunities in software development, working on various projects that honed his technical skills and entrepreneurial mindset.
Of the CEO and the email of the CEO and the chairman, and I sent him an email saying, your website has a hole in it, here's how you fix it, and by the way, I write dispatch software. And they flew me out and I joined DMS. And suddenly I was working on dispatch for all of New York City, which was amazing because the thing about dispatch for me is you could actually see how the city is working, living, breathing, how it moves.
Dorsey's first notable venture into entrepreneurship began in the late 1990s when he started a company to dispatch couriers, taxis, and emergency services using the internet. Although the business did not take off as expected, it gave him valuable insights into user needs and market gaps. He also gained experience in creating systems that prioritize simplicity and efficiency, principles that would guide him throughout his career. In the early 2000s, Dorsey worked for a series of tech startups in the Bay Area, where he continued to refine his expertise in coding and system design. His ability to think creatively and identify solutions to everyday problems set him apart. It was during this period that he started thinking more deeply about the power of real-time communication and how it could be used to share information instantly and universally. The combination of his technical skills, entrepreneurial drive, and willingness to experiment eventually paved the way for Dorsey's breakthrough. By leveraging his early experiences with dispatch systems and his vision for instant communication, he laid the foundation for his first major entrepreneurial success. This rise was characterized by perseverance, a focus on simplicity, and an unrelenting drive to bring innovative ideas to life, traits that continued to define him as one of the most influential entrepreneurs of his generation.
What if I could be anywhere and share what's happening, and I could also get everything in real time? What if we did that?
Jack Dorsey's idea for Twitter emerged in the early 2000s, inspired by his fascination with real-time communication. He envisioned a platform where people could share short updates instantly, similar to how dispatch systems work for emergency services. In 2006, while working at Audio, a podcasting company co-founded by Evan Williams and Biz Stone, Dorsey shared his concept for a microblogging platform. The idea gained traction, and along with Williams, Stone, and Noah Glass, Dorsey co-founded Twitter. The first tweet was sent by Dorsey on March 21, 2006, saying, "Just setting up my TWTTR." Initially, Twitter was met with skepticism, as many questioned its utility. However, the platform quickly gained a loyal following due to its simplicity and ability to share information in real time. Dorsey became Twitter's CEO, guiding the company through its early years of rapid growth. Key milestones followed. In 2007, Twitter gained mainstream attention during the South by Southwest conference, where attendees used it to share live updates. The platform's user base exploded, and Twitter became a global phenomenon. By 2008, however, Dorsey faced criticism for his management style and was replaced as CEO by co-founder Evan Williams, though he remained on the board. In 2013, Twitter went public with a highly successful IPO, valuing the company at over $31 billion. Dorsey returned as CEO in 2015, steering Twitter through challenges like platform abuse, misinformation, and competition. Under his leadership, Twitter introduced key features like live video streaming through Periscope and increased the character limit from 140 to 280 in 2017. Through its ups and downs, Dorsey's vision turned Twitter into a cultural and political force, used by millions to share news, spark movements, and connect instantly. Despite controversies, his role in building Twitter remains a defining milestone in his entrepreneurial career.
Why would you make the case?
I think it's huge. I think it's huge because never before have we had such access to that immediate information. And then once we have that information, we can actually participate and interact with it.
Jack Dorsey's tenure as Twitter CEO was marked by both innovation and controversy, leading to setbacks that eventually forced him to step down, not once, but twice. His first departure came in 2008, just 2 years after Twitter's launch. While the platform was growing rapidly, Dorsey faced criticism for his leadership style. Board members and co-founders were frustrated with his lack of focus and time management, as Dorsey reportedly spent time pursuing personal hobbies like fashion design and yoga during critical phases for the company. As a result, he was replaced by co-founder Evan Williams as CEO, though he remained on the board. Dorsey returned as CEO in 2015, but his second tenure was far from smooth. Twitter struggled with stagnating user growth, platform abuse, and the spread of misinformation, especially during the 2016 US presidential election. Twitter was widely criticized for its role in spreading misinformation and propaganda. Bots and fake accounts disseminated false narratives, and state actors, such as Russian interference campaigns, manipulated the platform to influence voters. Despite calls for action, Twitter struggled to effectively counteract these issues, earning backlash for its perceived inaction. Dorsey acknowledged these issues and introduced measures such as improved reporting tools, content moderation policies, and fact-checking labels. However, critics argued these steps were reactive rather than proactive. While he attempted to balance free speech with user safety, the scale and complexity of the abuse problems remained a defining challenge during his leadership, ultimately impacting Twitter's reputation.
I spent a year where I actually did half and half, and the intention was just to keep that to a year, and kept it to a year. And that was really hard. I started the week at Square and on Monday, and I would go to Twitter in the afternoon, and then I would start Tuesday at Twitter, and then I would go to Square in that afternoon. So I'd have this like snake through that felt like these, 24-hour days at one company. So I made it work, but it wasn't the healthiest thing.
Another challenge was Dorsey's dual role as CEO of both Twitter and Square, now Block, his financial services company. Investors and board members grew concerned that he was spreading himself too thin, unable to give either company the focus it needed. This came to a head in 2020 when activist investor group Elliott Management pressured Twitter's board to make changes, questioning Dorsey's ability to lead.
CEO Jack Dorsey stepping down. He made the announcement on the platform saying it is, quote, finally time to leave the company that he co-founded back in 2006.
In November 2021, Dorsey announced his resignation as Twitter's CEO, stating that it was time for the company to move forward without its founder. Parag Agrawal, Twitter's CTO, succeeded him. Dorsey stepped down to focus on Square and his passion for blockchain technology, marking the end of his tumultuous journey with Twitter's leadership. And that's the story of Jack Dorsey, a visionary who turned a fascination with communication systems into groundbreaking companies that reshaped how we interact with the world. From Twitter's meteoric rise and cultural impact to the challenges and controversies that defined his leadership, Dorsey's journey is a testament to the highs and lows of entrepreneurship. As he now focuses on blockchain and new ventures, one thing is clear: Jack Dorsey's influence on technology is far from over. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. See you in the next video.